Darren. Good to see you. I know that, things don't seem to have improved in the last couple of months when it comes to crime and violence. Is that the case?
Yeah, g'day Laura, how are you, mate? No, it hasn't changed a real lot, Laura. The media coverage of it's dropped right off, as expected. But the big issue we've got up here, Laura, is that the police media don't release anything. They cover a lot of our crimes up, so the general public here don't even know what's going on a lot of the times. We've got numerous break-ins every night. Last night we had a 100 series that was stolen yesterday morning. Actually was just zooming around the CBD all night. That's been left abandoned. We've had a youth centre broken into, boxing centre broken into. We've been broken into 2 weeks ago. Across the road here, Chubb Security, they've been broken in numerous times. They've been ram raided. And I was out here actually watching that at 5 o'clock in the morning and rang 000, Laura. And a security guard up the road was attacked, and he rang 000 at the same time as I was ringing 000. And we don't even get the police turn up. The police actually rocked up 4 hours later to a ram raid, from the stolen cars that were in the CBD. I was following those stolen cars around in the CBD that morning before they ended up ram raided over here an hour later. And you don't see a police car in the CBD, Laura. There's not a police car anywhere. We never see police. I got broken into it and rang the police at 4 a.m. The police turn up at 10 a.m. So the people of Alice Springs again are being felt let down again. It's either been covered up or the information's been suppressed. But we haven't got enough police, and we're not being kept safe. And when you've got utes full of kids driving around the CBD for hours upon hours with numerous... Our CBD's got more CCTV than London probably. But no one actually apprehends these kids. No one makes them safe. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. We're going to lose lives here, Laura. I keep saying it. I pray to God it doesn't happen, but it will.
Darren, we can't ignore what we're all being asked to do tomorrow, and that is voting in the first referendum we have seen in decades. And this is about enshrining an Indigenous voice to Parliament. From what you've seen, and anything would be an improvement, right? Do you have hope that a yes vote would improve the lives of your neighbours?
Well, Laura, all I can say on the referendum is if yes does get up, they've got a huge responsibility to fix what's going on in remote communities and remote areas of the Northern Territory. They've got a huge responsibility. Now, if it doesn't get up, Australia has also got a huge responsibility now, okay, because all the issues have been exposed. All the amounts of funding that come to remote Indigenous communities and to places like Alice Springs, it's all been exposed. So now we know all the problems. The whole of the East Coast, you guys down there know our problems up here. You may never truly know how bad these poor buggers are doing it out in remote communities. But something's got to change. Whether it's yes, whether it's no, we need some change up here. These little kids that have been neglected, and people won't want to hear it around Australia, that are sexually abused. The women, the domestic violence here at Alice Springs on Indigenous women is absolutely appalling, and it is at astronomical rates. But it all gets covered up, it gets suppressed. It's not allowed to come out of that hospital. No information's allowed out of that hospital. Even the police cover up the domestic violence. The substance abuse here, Laura, we spoke about on your show months and months ago about the ice that's going into remote communities.
Yeah.
No one's doing anything, Laura. So whether it's yes or whether it's no, it's time for Australia to change this, to change the absolute bullshit that goes on in remote communities and in the Northern Territory. It's got to stop. You've got to help these people. You've got to give them a purpose in life.
Yeah.
You've got to give these young kids a future, and you've got to save them. You've got to help the women. And you've got to help these poor men that are dependent on substances. It is just appalling what is allowed to happen. And it's been government after government after government that has failed and failed and failed the people of remote communities and for towns like Alice Springs. And it's all come to a head. So now everything's been exposed, Laura.
Yeah.
Whether it's yes, whether it's no. Come on, Australia, we're better than this. We're a better country than this. We need to help Indigenous people. That's what we need to do.
Yep.
We're not racist up here in Alice Springs. We all live together. We see the suffering. We see the pain.
Okay.
We get frustrated. We're not just the victims. The kids are the victims. The women are the victims. And the Aboriginal men are also the victims. So we need some dramatic change, mate. That's all we need.
Well said, as always, Darren. We really appreciate your time. Thanks so much.